Okay, happy Sunday to all of my ladies. Happy Sunday. I hope that you are relaxing. I hope that you are doing your little Sunday skincare. Okay, taking care of yourself. Because it is some foolishness out here in the world. Some real fucking foolishness. Now, as today's title suggests, y'all already know what the fuck we about to get into, but I ain't gonna lie. Ooh, some of y'all might not like it. I don't really give a fuck though, because you need to hear that shit. I am so sick. Sick and tired, tired and sick. I am so sick. Hey, happy Sunday, goddess. I am so sick and tired. I don't know about y'all, but y'all know I love me some Shira. I'm gonna start there. Y'all know I loves me some Shira 7. I sure do. Because some of y'all just be out here just so dumb. Y'all just be so goofy about these men. Y'all be letting men talk to you all kinds of ways, treat you all kinds of ways. Girl, and Shira be looking out for y'all. Shira really be looking out for y'all. But I'm even, the whole inspiration for today's conversation, some of y'all was on the live with me, to be honest. Because I was just on her TikTok, on her Shira's TikTok live. Some of y'all was in that motherfucking live conversation with me. So some of y'all might know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I'm so sick of beautiful girls, beautiful women coming to the internet and embarrassing themselves about these men. Girl, it was about thousands of people, at least about 2,000 people in Shira's live, right? We talking about makeup. I'm like, okay, bad. I'm trying to get some new recommendations for blush and stuff like that because let me wipe it off. I just got this new blush palette gifted to me. It was on my wish list and I had a sub buy it for me, but I haven't started using it yet. Because I mean, I've never really been a big fan of wearing a whole lot of makeup, but I mean, we grow, we evolve, we change, we level up. So I got this blush set gifted to me, Moon Slice, really, really cute colors inside the palette. Okay, some very cute colors inside the palette. So I'm sitting there watching her do her makeup, and I'm like, all right, well, she ready to put me on with, other stuff that I can put in my cart. Right now it's Sunday, so on Sundays I do my bleaching regimen. Okay, so right now I'm wiping the Carol White off of my face because I had slugged my face with it. I had slugged my face with the Carol White, and then I got on TikTok and I was like, oh my God, Shira's live. So I can watch Shira while I let my Carol White soak in before I wipe it off and put my Noxzema and all my other stuff on. And we can't even have a real conversation because it's so many women in the fucking chat saying the same shit over and over again. I was pregnant and he left me. I'm 20 and he 55 and he just so needy and always want my emotional reassurance. What should I? Y'all sound so fuck. First of all, that 20-year-old girl was getting fucking groomed. Let me say that right now. I don't give a fuck how old you think you is, how grown you think you is. You're not an adult until you're 21. Period. Argue with your mother who should have told your dumb ass better. The reason why you think that you're not, or the reason that you think that you're grown and you're not 21 yet is because your mother was a bird and her ass was fast and grown. And you are not being protected, if we being honest, by a safe adult. If you think you 18, 19, 20 and you grown just because your mother put you the fuck out or you got your own apartment, you got your own job, I'm sorry to tell you that you've been raised by people who are not safe adults because you're not grown until you're 21. Period. But she in the comments like, oh my God, this 55-year-old man be paying my bills, but he did. Ain't no nigga 30 years older than you need emotional reassurance from someone 30 years younger. You're being groomed by a pedophile. And because you think you hot and grown, you don't see it as being groomed. So you in the comments repeating the same question over and over and over again, thinking that Shara Ray read this goofy ass shit. She never did. I'm so sick of it. I'm seeing y'all in the comments. Hold up. Because why are we coming to the internet? I'm going to read your question in a second, but why are we coming to the internet embarrassing ourselves like this? Why are we coming to Shara's live and asking and revealing the most horrendous shit about our dating lives as women? Like I don't care what you've been through before you found financial domination, before you found being a sugar baby to elevate yourself, to elevate your confidence. But some shit need to be taken to the motherfucking grave. Some shit need to be taken to the grave. Like, you should not be coming. I'm not about to say Shara ain't no safe space. Her lives don't be no safe space, but to come on the internet and humiliate yourself repeatedly, again, these girls are in the comments typing the same shit over and over because Shara's intentionally ignoring them, right? They repeating the same shit over and over and over again to try to get her attention so that she can read that shit out loud and they feel some sort of, validation from that. I don't care, and that's why today's title is today's title. I don't care what happened to you. I don't care what that nigga did. I don't care what that nigga said. You allowed this shit to happen. You stayed after he did it. And you need to take that shit to your fucking grave. Don't come on the fucking internet and spill your own fucking tea like that. That's embarrassing. Don't even do that shit in my comments. Like, you can ask me comments, you can ask me questions and shit about how to navigate, sub relationships and this and that. But I'm gonna be honest with you. If you come in my comment section and say some real tragic, embarrassing shit, I'm not going to read that comment. I'm not going to further humiliate you like you're humiliating yourself. Some of y'all got humiliation kinks. Some of y'all really, I'm gonna be honest with you. You might think you're a dom, you might even be a switch, but you damn sure got a kink for humiliating the fuck out yourself on the internet. I can say that. It's ridiculous. Like, oh my God, these girls are saying the most embarrassing shit. The most embarrassing stuff. Oh my God. My lessons are going to be learned off the internet. Learning the lesson is one thing, but parading the struggle. Come on now. Like, come on now. Why would you come into this space and tell all of these women, 2,000 plus women and men, why would you come in here and reveal the most embarrassing shit that should only be between you, your diary, and your therapist? Why would you tell Shara that shit? Why would you tell Shara that shit? Why would you tell Shara some shit that's only supposed to be between you, God, and your fucking therapist to help you get over that shit? Why the fuck would you ask Shara, girl? I was so mad watching the video. I'm like, damn, can we stay on topic? Can we stay on topic? Like, you, your journal, and your therapist should be the only people that know that you let a goofy ass nigga get you pregnant and then leave your dumb ass. And then you kept the baby and now you looking for advice. Nobody should know that on the fucking internet. Nobody should know that you let a motherfucker play in your face for X amount of years, put their hands on you for X amount of years. Nobody on the internet should know that about you. And from a comment section, from a comment that you kept spamming on somebody else's video. Nobody should know that about you. Especially if you're going to hop back on that same internet the next day, the next moment, and call yourself a dominatrix, and call yourself powerful, and call yourself a goddess. You're not a goddess. We remember when you said yesterday that you let this nigga nut inside of you, and you kept his baby after he left you. Fetus deletus. Nobody should know that happened but you, the Lord, and Planned Parenthood. And now they do Botox. Like, we have to do a lot better as women. It's one thing to go through stuff. I'm not saying that as a woman you can't never go through things. You can't never experience any type of hardship as a woman. But why would you broadcast that that's happened to you? Right? That's like when you first start dating somebody, you give them a rundown of how all your old exes was. You tell this new guy that your exes wasn't shit. They ain't take you out on dates. They ain't buy you no flowers. They used to talk to you crazy and knock you upside the head. The new nigga gonna do the same shit. I mean, you just told him that every other nigga has treated you like this. He's not going to be like, oh, poor you. I'm not gonna. No, he's gonna do the same shit that you just let every other nigga get away with. Don't tell him that shit. Don't tell people from your future your past. I don't give a fuck what you've been through. They don't need to know what you've been through. They need to know where you're going. Okay? That's what you have to stop embarrassing yourself and being so male-centered. Sometimes as women, I'm gonna be so honest, a lot of y'all are not successful in financial domination because you're too male-centered. You actually give a fuck about what subs think about you. There's a certain part of you because of your daddy issues or because of your ex-boyfriend treating you a certain type of way, right? So you still trying to figure out how to come into your own power after you done spent years and years and years of letting motherfuckers play in your fucking face. Like, you still trying to unpack all of that. Don't bring none of that shit with you to financial domination. Don't bring none of that shit with you to Fendom, because that's going to be your biggest downfall. And I tell new girls this shit too. And Fendom, don't think I'm throwing shots at dating girls and vanilla girls, because everybody getting a shot today. Because sometimes you new girls be fucking yourself over and shooting yourself in the foot, making videos, making posts on Twitter talking about, oh, don't talk to this sub. He a time waster. I talked to him for 2 days straight and he ain't give me no money. Why the fuck would you broadcast some goofy ass shit like that? Because to the girls that know what they're doing, you're not saving us from some type of scam or sub. You're broadcasting that your goofy ass talked to a nigga with no payment up front for 2 days straight, and you wasted your own fucking time, and now you telling us that he got over on you and you let him get over on you, and now you broadcasting his face. You know what that nigga doing? Jiggy, 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 jiggy. Oh my God, she talked to me for 2 days and now she giving me extra attention by posting my picture on her page. Don't do that shit. Don't embarrass your fucking self like that. Got us looking bad. Yes, and I'm saying us because we move as a collective. You fucking the brand up. Don't you fucking the brand up. Don't you come on no motherfucking internet and tell us no goofy ass shit like you let a nigga play in your face and you ain't getting no money up front, and now you feel like he scammed you. You scammed yourself. Don't come on the fucking internet and tell us that your baby daddy did this and that, because at the end of the day, you let that nigga fuck you. And fuck you, and fuck you, and fuck you again. And then he fucks you one more time and you let him bust inside of you. And neither one of y'all had $50 72 hours later. So you in a situation that you created yourself. Don't bring us into this shit. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't bring us into this like we need saving. You the one. You feel me? And that's why I hate to say it, if you a single mom out there, I'm not bashing you, but them single mom sob stories y'all be telling on social media, y'all will never get sympathy from me. Because you knew the nigga was a loser when he was cheating on you and y'all was just talking to each other. You knew the nigga was a loser when he wasn't taking you out on dates before you ever opened your legs. You knew the nigga was a loser when he needed to borrow your car and ask you for some money. It was a lot of times, single mom, if we being honest, don't be mad at me, talk to your therapist, but it's a lot of times that you can probably count on both fingers and toes that nigga showed you he was a loser way before that baby ever got introduced. So the real question is, why did you ignore all of the signs and fuck a loser and let him bust inside of you? And then why did you keep the baby? Because loser sperm, your egg. I hate to talk shit about your child, but you created this circumstance where you're now raising a loser's baby. Now, if the child grows up to be successful, then like, despite the odds, you feel me? Whoop-de-doo to that child. Congratulations, because you really are defeating generational curses there. But y'all will never get sympathy from me trying to come on the internet and say certain things about how you allowed a man to talk to you a certain type of way. You wasted your time. You wasted years of your youth. All of these things, you got the SpongeBob meme with the big ass shackles around your wrist. Like, this is a circumstance that you created. I've been through a lot of shit in my dating life. I got engaged at 19. People who know me and know my story know for a fact that I've been engaged before and was in a serious relationship, engaged to be married when I started Femdom. I'm not about to tell you what the fuck we went through, but I'm not with that nigga no more because he not at my level. I broke up with him. I called off the engagement. You ain't got enough money for me, I'm dipping. Period. Am I about to come on the internet and embarrass myself and say all of the stupid shit that I was doing when I was 19 and engaged when I was 18 when we met? No, because that's not going to make me look better. That's not going to make me feel more confident. That's not going to, in the eyes of my business as a dominatrix, as a goddess, give niggas is not going to have sympathy. They're just going to look at you like, oh, you're a bird. Oh, you pretend to be a dominatrix, but you let a nigga do XYZ to you. So maybe you're not as bad as I thought you was. Maybe you're not as powerful as I thought you was. Maybe you're not as confident as I thought you was. That's what's going through a nigga mind. When you tell a man what you've been through in a last relationship, when you tell us a man what you've been through in your last connection, trust and believe it's no sense of sympathy going through his head. I don't care what he say. Because he gonna say whatever he want to say and feels like he needs to say so that he can get whatever he wants out of what y'all doing right now. But I can assure you, these niggas do not care. They don't care. And I hate to say it like that. You think they do? Oh, if you think they really care about you, trust and believe I got a bridge to sell your stupid ass over the Chesapeake Bay the day before they knocked it over. I got a bridge to sell your stupid ass over the Chesapeake Bay the day before they knocked it over, and a time machine for you to go back and stop them from knocking the bridge over. If you really believe that niggas be having sympathy, I'm gonna sell you a time machine and the bridge from the Chesapeake Bay 24 hours before they knock that bitch down. Do not embarrass yourself like this. If you are going to be serious about leveling up your life, I don't even give a fuck if you not that serious about being a financial dominatrix. If you're serious about, as a young woman, leveling up your life, you have to stop giving a fuck about men. Stop fucking them. Some of y'all feel like that's so hard to do. It's just so, just for some of y'all, it's just so impossible for y'all to keep y'all legs closed for a few months. I get it. I really don't, but I'm saying that I do. Some of y'all, it's just so fucking hard to just keep your legs closed and not let a motherfucker come lick you and touch you and lay up under you. And that's gonna be your biggest downfall. On God, it is. That's gonna be your biggest downfall. Some of y'all be so pressed for sex. I've had women come to my classes. I've had women come to my events. I've had women do really, really good in my mentoring programs, and then literally have to come to me and tell me, oh, well, I got to give up, or, oh, well, I got to quit. Oh, well, I got to leave the industry altogether because this boy I'm dating don't like it. You not married to this motherfucker. He don't do shit for you. That's why you looking for subs in the first place. And you ready to give up a stream of income and a profitable business that you created from scratch because that dusty butt dry doo-doo in between his cheeks ass nigga is insecure about you talking to other men who putting you on and giving you money? That's bird behavior. We can't operate like that. Like, oh my God. Y'all got me in here schwitzing. All right, so I done wiped off the Carol White. I'm about to go in with some rose water. This is not like a routine type of instructional type of video. I'm just going along with the motions for my Sunday, routine. This is what I do. Okay. I don't have dusty men in my house. I don't let dusty niggas in my house. I don't even let the maintenance men come in this motherfucker because they some bums. You know what I'm saying? And I know that they bums just based off their work ethic and how they be fixing and breaking shit up in my house. I stopped letting them motherfuckers come up in here. I don't. When I say that you have to be very confident in yourself as a findom to be successful, I really mean that shit. When I say that you have to be so selfish and so self-centered, I really mean that shit because a man will be your biggest downfall. He will be your biggest hater. He will be your biggest downfall. You worry about what his dick is doing. You worry about him giving you money or not giving you money. Then y'all always asking Shira the same stupid ass questions. How you get him to send you money? If he not sending you money, he don't fucking like you. Period. If he not sending you money and talking to you the right way from day one, he don't think that you worthy of that type of behavior. And one of the reasons why he might not think that from day one you're worth spending money on, you're worth, going above and beyond the bare minimum on, is probably because he heard your stupid ass talking about how you let niggas talk to you crazy. Think about it. Put yourself in a man's perspective right now. If a man came up to you and said all his ex-girlfriends was users, they always wanted him for his money, they was always asking for gifts, you gonna be the dumb bitch and not ask for nothing? Or you gonna be the smart one and use that nigga for money and gifts too? Come on now. Don't let these motherfuckers hit you with the okie doke. Okay? I done put the rose water on my face. And now I'm going in with some old school Noxzema. That's going to take care of baby girl up here and down here and over there. And y'all know I don't really ever really come on the internet just showing my bare fucking skin like this, just up close on the camera. So, but my Carol White is doing me good, okay? My glutathione injections are doing me good. My GHKCU is doing me good. So I've always struggled with hyperpigmentation on my face, acne scars, all of that. It is what it is. But girl, we got to do better. We got to do better. I'd be so embarrassed to say that online, on the phone with your bestie, sure. But as a business owner, my chest hurts just thinking about it. Exactly. Exactly. Especially in a business like this. A business where you're supposed to be selling fantasy. As a financial dominatrix, as a sugar baby, you are supposed to constantly be selling fantasy. The fantasy that you are beautiful, you are youthful, you are so self-centered, you take care of yourself, you take good care of your skin, your hair, you always getting your nails done, you always out somewhere shopping. Okay, you supposed to portray that men treat you right. Okay, men all over the world just can't help but spoil you and kiss the ground that you walk on. That's the fantasy you supposed to constantly be selling. That shit. I don't give a fuck what happened in your past. I don't give a fuck if you got daddy issues. I don't give a fuck if the last nigga you dated was horrible. Don't say that shit. Say the exact opposite. Every man that you've ever come across has treated you with so much respect. Okay, you don't let men talk to you crazy. You don't tolerate no disrespect. Because the minute you say the opposite, the good ones, what incentive do they have to treat you with respect? You let that motherfucker drag you down the steps by your hair. Why the fuck should I come out my pocket and give you $10,000? You let a loser with no car and no job lay you on your back and give you 3 kids. Why the fuck should I care that you a single mom and give you my life savings? You let that goofy ass nigga get away with nefarious things. Be for real. Be for real. Ugh. Ooh, okay, hold on. Because y'all know I ain't got my glasses on. I have to get over the hurt and be more confident. You really do. And if you got to go to therapy about it, ain't no shame in that shit. Because that's the safe space for you to work through those things. That's the safe space for you to find that confidence and work through those traumas with a therapist. I'm not being funny when I say it. I'm dead ass. Don't come to the internet. Don't even talk to it about your best friend with that shit. Because sometimes your best friend be your op. Or she be the one that be encouraging you to stay with the nigga. Because of her daddy issues. So I swear to God, I'm dead serious when I say go to a therapist, talk about that shit, work that shit out. Cause we can't have that. You on your level up journey, we can't have no insecurities and you not feeling like you can really show up and look good because you still replaying what an old nigga said to you in the back of your head or whatever. You got to leave that shit completely behind you if you want to truly be successful in financial domination. Because otherwise, you're going to be settling for less. You're going to take the bare minimum from men, right? If you was taking the bare minimum from men in your dating life and you don't heal those wounds and you don't truly get over that, translated to findom, you're now going to allow men to send you bare minimum $20 fucking tributes, $50 fucking tributes, McDonald's money, coffee money. That mindset that got y'all, and I'm gonna be honest, like I said, this video is gonna hurt your feelings if you have not dealt with it. It's gonna trigger you if this is the first time that somebody has been real deal with you in your face and has said this shit. But if you felt it in some type of way, you know what I'm saying is the truth. The reason why, as new doms, y'all feel very comfortable asking for little ass bits of money from these men in a $1 billion industry where you're supposed to be expensive, you're supposed to be unattainable, you're supposed to be unaffordable to the masses. The reason why y'all dull yourselves down and settle for minimum tributes and ask for minimum tributes is because a part of you is still attached to that old version of you that settled for less, that took less than you deserved, that was not confident enough to ask for more, didn't believe that you could ask for more, or even worse, you let a nigga play in your face and tell you that you wasn't worth more. That's the realest shit you gonna ever hear when it comes to minimum tributes. Y'all know how I feel about that shit. We don't do the bare minimum. We don't allow niggas to do the bare minimum. $100 is bare minimum. $500 is bare minimum. $1,000 is bare minimum. Coffee tributes don't require your attention. McDonald's reimbursements, you shouldn't even be eating that shit. That's the bare minimum. That's you scraping the bottom of the fucking bucket, ignoring everything up here, down here at the bottom of the fucking bucket, like, all right, well, I'm gonna just get a little bit of something, because you know, them little $5 tributes and them $5 subscribers, you know, they add up. Financial domination is not for you to live paycheck to paycheck. Financial domination is not for you to settle for chump change when it's niggas out here giving bitches $100,000 and not fucking them. Again, financial domination is not for you to be living paycheck to paycheck. Financial domination is not for you to settle for minimum tributes when it's niggas out here giving bitches $100,000 on the phone, no sex, on video chat, no relationship involved. Don't gotta marry them, don't gotta lay down with them. But you think some part of you thinks that you're not worth it because of what you've been through in your past with them shitty ass, dusty ass niggas, or your shitty ass, dusty ass daddy. Because he did not provide the proper example for you, and that's where he failed you. I ain't never gonna shade no woman for having daddy issues, because the issue is your daddy, not you. The issue is that your father was inadequate and couldn't provide you the proper fucking example of what a man's supposed to do. how a man's supposed to provide, how a man's supposed to protect, how a man's supposed to speak to you positively. That's your father's failure. But do not allow that to ruin the rest of your fucking life. So, oh my God, please stop embarrassing yourself. So my rose water has dried. I'll put the Noxzema on my face. I have a question. How do you feel? Ask the questions, ask all the questions, ask all the questions. How do you feel about night flirts and other phone lines? Doing research, I see they're all complaints. You're going to see that they all complaints. If you've seen in my old videos how I used to, rap for night flirt and I don't no more, that's because they MAGA. Huh? Right? Boo. Boo. They MAGA. Night flirt is MAGA. They changed their terms and conditions when Trump got elected. They changed the terms and conditions when Trump went into office and had them white boys running up in the White House January 6th. That's when night flirt revealed that they are, in fact, MAGA in their core beliefs as far as ownership goes. So that's what I'm going to say about night flirt. Have I made money off of night flirt? Of course. Of course I have. That's one of the first platforms that I started on when I was a financial dominatrix, talking on the phone. Because when I was new, and again, I was still trying to build my own confidence about what I was doing as a dom, I didn't want to be seen, so it was easier to just talk to somebody on the phone. $5.99 a minute, $6 a minute, $10 a minute, very profitable. I still had, even though I'm not using night flirt anymore, I still have men sending me tributes on night flirt. But they MAGA. So get your money. If you already made your account, get your money and use it while you can to grow your pockets and reinvest that money into some other shit later. But I will tell you, when AfroDomme Pay, when our app, yes ma'am, when our app, AfroDomme Pay and AfroDomme Chat is available for y'all to use as a payment processor and as a way to talk to subs on the phone, I will absolutely be the first to let y'all know. Y'all already know that. We've been talking about that since. Go ahead and use whatever you can while you can. But I am not in support. Not anymore. I think all of the complaints about night flirt are girls that are failing. Yeah, that's true. A lot of girls will always come. You can tell when a girl is not doing as well as she says she is in findom when she's always online talking about how the industry's dry, how the industry's dead, how subs getting on her nerves, they not sending, or she always makes posts about like, ooh, Tom, I see you watching my page, go send me money. Ooh, I should block him and make him send me money again. If you see a girl that's always mad, that's always on a timeline bitter, she never on vacation, she always got the same shit on, clothes-wise, nail-wise, hair-wise, you know what I'm saying? Not like it's bad to repeat clothes, but if you can tell shorty really don't switch it up, she not making no money. She always angry, she not making no money. She always talking about how findom is a scam, findom don't work, she about to quit. She's new and she definitely not making no money. Not because findom's actually a scam, but because she don't know what the fuck she doing and she can't find no clients. So she be, they be projecting real bad. They be projecting real bad. We use this space to heal from the pain. I believe in you. You can love yourself again. Of course. Of course. Because that's what it's all about. You should be using your journey as a findom, real shit. You should be using your journey, your experience, your career as a findom to fall in love with yourself again, to fall in love with life again. I don't give a fuck if you were like me. Okay, and I've been talked about this shit. I made 6 figures before I ever jumped on no fucking surgery table. So don't let no bitch confuse you. When I started financial domination, I was at my fucking heaviest. I wasn't taking pictures of myself, wasn't that confident in myself. And it helped me fall in love with my body again. It helped me fall in love with a version of myself that I created, and a sense of confidence that I created around reclaiming power. I was a victim of childhood abuse for like 20 plus years. Childhood obesity, both sides of my family going through hypertension, diabetes, all kinds of metabolic and fucked up diseases and shit that affect your weight and the way that you grow up and shit. People talk to you crazy, and you already know. Back in the day, early 2000s and shit, everybody loved fat people. Now, back in middle school, I was the fat girl. I was never ugly. I was just fat. So you got to deal with the bullying. You got to deal with this and that. And then you going home, hello, as a child, as a victim of childhood abuse, a survivor of childhood abuse, being in middle school, having people tease you and pick on you about your skin or your hyperpigmentation or your weight or the fact that your hair is long and that you talk white, whatever other stupid shit that they had to fucking say. And then you go home and you got your parents being your biggest haters too. I done been through it. Absolutely. But I'm not going to let that shit carry into the rest of my fucking life. I'm 30 now. Grown. Do whatever the fuck I want. Built a 7-figure empire off of this shit. Falling in love with myself again. Falling in love with my body again. Falling in love with a career path that I've created that works for me. Not people pleasing and try to please this person and trying to help this person and being there for them and being... Your journey, your path as a femdom should be an opportunity for you to level yourself up in every single way, financially, mentally, spiritually, sexually. You should be discovering new things about yourself in the most positive ways. There are going to be people who don't like that shit, but it don't matter because it's not their life, it's your life. You 100% should be using your time, your experience as a femdom to fall in love with yourself in the best fucking ways, to transform yourself, to transform your life, to transform the trajectory of your career in the best fucking ways. That's how you truly become dominant. Because you can pretend to be dominant. You can pretend to sit up on Twitter and be like, fuck you, pay me, loser, pay pig. You can do that shit all day long. But if that shit not coming up off your chest, it's always going to look fake. It's always going to feel fake. You know what I'm saying? You have to have that certain level of confidence from your core, from the work that you're doing from your core. And femdom should be teaching you that if you allow yourself to truly experience it. If you allow yourself to truly experience it. She said, oh no, see, I didn't get in that research. You really are the GOAT. Have you seen any alternatives that benefit us? No. Because Night Flirt has been around since 99 or something. Night Flirt is older than me. That's why the website look old as shit. Okay. Night Flirt is older than me. It's one of the OGs of the industry. You can use a bunch of other stuff, but your job when you're new is not to try to jump to 6 different platforms. I'm on multiple platforms because I'm taking the time to build each one. You don't need to worry about Night Flirt, I Want Clips, X Videos, Site Bunny, and all of these other shits when you're brand new. That's the surefire way to give up early, burn yourself out, and ensure that you never want to look at this shit ever again. You don't need to be on 4 platforms when you just got started. You need a social media page and 1 platform where you can collect tributes and interact with subs, period. Whether that's a monthly subscription or you talking on the phone. One or the other, not both. You do both, you do 4, you do 6, like all these other girls who swear that they can give you fucking advice because they want to be me, huh? You're going to burn yourself out and never come back to this industry ever again. You need to be on 1 platform. None of them are that great anymore. It's just a different industry, right? It's not 2019 anymore where financial domination is this closed kind of niche in its own little bubble on the internet. I've made it popular. People have copied me and taken it to TikTok and have blown it up. The industry is now oversaturated. So all of the platforms now suck. They either suck because they've already sucked. They suck because it's now oversaturated, or they suck because we are in a political climate where racists feel comfortable outing the fact that they're racist. but you still need to use them to make money. That's where we at. So go ahead and use Night Flirt. Make your money off of it. Get some experience under your belt talking to men in this kind of capacity. And when something better comes along, like AfroDomme Chat and AfroDomme Pay, I will let you know. But otherwise, they all gonna suck in one way or another. They're all gonna suck because they are businesses and organizations built off of taking profit out of creators like us, eating up commissions out of our earnings, out of our hard labor. They don't promote you. They don't post you on social media or their social media pages unless you're paying them to do so, or you skinny and white, right? Or you black and skinny as fuck. You can read in between the lines on that one, right? Because it makes no sense that I'm the number one performing seller on I Want Clips, and I've been the number one performing seller for years, but y'all ain't never seen I Want Clips promote me at all. I'm not paying. I'm not kissing their ass. I know their origins because they used to let white bitches make content with the N-word specifically in it publicly, right? Because I've been in the industry for that long that I know the tea about every single platform. I Want Clips used to let white bitches make nigger content. Racial humiliation, where they got to say the word nigger over and over again. I Want Clips used to let girls do that in 2019, 2018, 2017. Then the rules changed. Huh? They don't want to tell you that. Yikes. Night Flirt used to be really good. Because like I said, they're from the 90s. They changed their terms and conditions when Trump got elected in support of racist things for white people's benefit, not for ours. So eventually, the longer you stay in the industry, the clearer people's colors, the clearer certain organizations, certain platforms' colors become. So, you know what I'm saying? Use them while you can, take advantage of it while you can, create those streams of income while you can. But once you up and you actually get some money, you actually touch $10,000 or more, reinvest in your own website, host your own website, sell your content 100% on your own. Be indie, right? Don't be up under a certain label, up under a certain brand. Just make enough money. Focus on using what you can, those platforms, because that's what you have at your disposal right now. Use them for what you can. And the minute you get some real money, reinvest into hosting your own website. It's very expensive. It's going to cost you at least $30,000 to do it. And that's because I know how to do it, right? And I'm in the process of creating my own platform with AfroDomme Chat and AfroDomme Pay so that y'all can talk on the phone to people on a Black-owned platform, and y'all can collect tributes without ending up like Wish Tender. Some of y'all don't even know what Wish Tender is because that's how fast they came and left in the industry after what? Taking advantage of creators. So it's expensive. It takes a lot of time to put together. It's a lot of work to do, especially when you're not the one doing it. I'm having somebody else do it. It's expensive. I don't have the time to be coding and all that shit. I know that I got a background in computer science. I know how to code a little bit. I know I work for the feds and I don't want to deal with that shit. I'm paying somebody else to do it. So once you get to a certain point and you can reinvest your profits into some heavy shit, that needs to be one of your biggest goals. Website hosting, owning your own content, controlling the sales of your own content. But until then, go ahead and use these platforms. Use the OnlyFans, use the Loyal Fans, use Night Flirt, and do what you got to do to make some money. That's what you need to be worried about. Just do what you got to do to make some money. I think sex would definitely ruin the fantasy, but my sub isn't rich. He's married and he wants me to own him, but we never really talked about it. He's also long distance. Well, here's what I'm going to say. He's never going to leave his wife. Y'all don't need to be doing anything sexual, you know what I'm saying, besides financial domination. Y'all don't need to be doing none of this. None of that. He's never going to leave his wife. And it sounds like his specific fantasy is telling himself that he's going to leave his wife for some young, hot, sexy dominatrix to be owned by her for the rest of his life. I've had many clients like that. Okay. They can be quite annoying sometimes. Yeah, they really can, because in their mind, that delusion about him leaving his wife and kids behind and him coming to sleep in a dog cage with you is very real to him. He really believes that one day he might have the courage to do that. But I can assure you that that specifically is his fetish. Him talking about it, him dreaming about it, him fantasizing about it. And it's not going to go no further than that. So feed into his delusion, tell him what he want to hear, and take his fucking money. Take his fucking money, and every now and then put him in check. Ask what his wife's name is, and be like, "Oh, you know you ain't never gonna leave that bitch Sarah for real. You know that bitch Sarah ain't got no titties like this. You know that bitch Jessica ain't got no ass like this." When you fucking that bitch Jessica, you really thinking about Goddess Ekua, ain't you? Feed into his delusions, but know that he's never going to truly leave his wife. He's not. He just likes the fantasy. He just likes to talk about it. He just likes the shits and giggles of it. That's his get off. I'm going to leave my wife. I'm going to leave this ugly white bitch behind, and I'm going to go get me a young black girl with a big old ass. That's his fantasy. You think I'm lying, but I'm not. I've been doing this shit for 9 years, girl. I done seen every fucking sub. I done seen every fucking sub archetype. Good, bad, ugly, weird, creepy, dangerous, safe. I done seen every single archetype. That's him. That's his fantasy. I can think of 2 niggas right now that match that same archetype. One of them, David. David moved from New York to Houston after he went bankrupt after he bought me my car. But his fantasy was that he was going to leave his wife and come be with me. That man got kids and a wife. He ain't going no fucking where. He's still in Houston with that bitch right now. And always, ooh, Goddess, we going to finally book that session. We going to finally book that session when you come down here, Goddess. You know you not sending me no flight ticket, David. Shut the fuck up. Every now and then I gotta check. I'm like, David, you know damn well you're not about to send me that flight ticket for real. So just go ahead and shut the fuck up and send me my fucking money. Okay? And what he do? He shut the fuck up. He send me my fucking money and he go back to his wife. And then every few weeks, every few months, he come back and we do it all over again. But that's David. Baby, you're gonna have a lot of subs like that. You're gonna have a lot of subs like that. Okay. You're gonna have a lot of subs like that. I don't know if I should ask if we should see each other in person. His wife is black. It's crazy. Don't never ask a man to see him in person. If you're a fendom, I don't give a if you're a sugar baby, you a fendom, you already know he married. Never ask a man to see him in person. You don't what you need to see him in person for. He can send you the money on electronically. It's 2026. We got Apple Pay, we got Amazon Pay, we got Google Pay, Venmo, shit, gift cards. You feel me? DoorDash. All of these different ways for you to collect money electronically. Fuck, you need to see him in person for. Let that nigga be miserable with his wife. Let his wife handle all of the bullshit that comes with that grown ass man. All you need to be worried about is getting his money. He either going to buy a book from you as a dominatrix. He going to buy some content from you. Get him to subscribe to your monthly subscription somewhere and tell him, go subscribe to my monthly subscription so your wife don't see our conversations and your text messages. Play into that. But I can't really picture in my minds of minds, I can't really picture why you need to go see that nigga. I don't give a fuck how much that nigga say he got in cash. The same cash that he has in his hand, he can very well go to an ATM, put it in the bank, and then send it to you electronically. Huh? And if he don't want to send it to you electronically, tell them send you a money order. Western Union. You can go old school. Because before we had digital currency, I ain't that old, but I know some people, you feel me? I did my due diligence when I was young. And I always been hanging out with the OGs, the veterans. I was day one hanging out with the veterans in the industry. Bitches used to have subs sending money Western Union, money order. So I'm really not seeing a reason for y'all to link up, especially since he married. Like, you don't want him. He said 10K. Great. Fantastic. Make sure you reinvest that money into something that's going to make you some more money. Don't blow that shit on purses. Don't blow that shit on drugs. Don't blow that shit on stupid shit. Clear off your credit. Put some money to the side for taxes. About 20, 30, 40% for taxes. Yes, I mean that shit. Okay. Get you an LLC. That's only going to cost a couple $100 with that 10K, and invest in some education. Because, yeah, invest in some education. Go ahead and take my class. You just got $10,000 this month. That's really, really great. You got more than enough money to take my class, AfroDomme 101, so we can talk about how to flip that 10K into another 10K. Because if you can get one nigga to send you 10K, you can get 100 of them to do it. Yeah. And that was probably a stretch for him. It wasn't. The fact that you think it's a stretch is an issue, though, right? You're never supposed to approach FinDom based on your past. I did talk about that. We talked about it in the sense of dating. You're never supposed to approach FinDom based on your previous or current financial circumstances as well. Because the fact that you said you think that sending you 10K was a stretch, you don't know this nigga for real. You don't know what money he got. I don't give a fuck what he told you about his finances. They lie. Just like he's lying to his wife that he's a faithful man and he just gave you $10,000. He got money. That's why he gave it to you. But if you assume that it was a stress for him, you start treating him like he went above and beyond. You start treating him like, ooh, you've hit the glass ceiling. He's going to start treating you like you were very easily impressed. So don't talk to him. Don't talk about him or even speak life into yourself that was a stretch for him. He sent it to you because you deserve it. He sent it to you because you're beautiful, and he sent it to you because he's capable of doing it and doing more. If he could send you 10,000, he could send you 100,000. You're welcome. Don't talk about it like it's a stretch. How do I keep him sending? We just went into that. He's sending a monthly allowance too, which is one for the whole year, right? So the way you keep him sending is for you to first and foremost rewire your brain about how you see him sending you money. It was not a stretch for him. It wasn't. He did a good thing. He invested in you, and you want to continue that behavior. You want to continue to talk to him and speak to him in the FinDom aspect as if he's capable of doing more and sending more, because he is. And if he's not, in reality, he will figure it the fuck out if you keep asking and acting like he can. So again, the way to keep him sending is to keep asking. He's not a pay pig. Most men who send $10,000 aren't pay pigs, honey. You have a lot to learn on my profile. Rich men don't call themselves pay pigs. Girls who teach you to look for pay pigs are losers. They don't know how to find subs. The subs that have sent me 10,000, the subs that have sent me 100K do not identify as pay pigs. That's a whole nother conversation for us to get into. So he's not going to identify as a pay pig. That's a good thing. Something about credit when we first met. He said it's not endless, but he could send more as we build a connection. Definitely. I told him I want a Chanel bag, but I think he can't. I didn't think he could afford it. Yeah. So you wanted the Chanel bag, but not thinking that he could afford it was your biggest downfall. You should have asked for the fucking bag. You would have had it by now. You not thinking that he could afford it is your biggest downfall, because if you asked for it, you probably would have had it by now. He said he's not a pay pig. Right. He's not. Financial domination is not about pay pigs. Pay pig is a vocabulary word, a buzzword that girls came up with that don't know what they're came up with because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to find subs. A pay pig is a loser. A pay pig is like a trick. We all know the etymology of the word trick. A trick is the nigga who don't got the money and is trying to trick you into thinking that he does. A pay pig is a loser. Bottom of the barrel type of sub. Probably really, as far as behavior, respect, and profits, not really the ideal sub for you. So you don't want to be looking for pay pigs. That's great. Stay there. Stop calling men pay pigs. Stop looking for pay pigs. Ask for the Chanel bag because you could have had it by now. Hold on. You could have had about 2 purses. Shit, maybe even 3. Okay? You could have had 3 purses, $10,000, and a new car. I have a neighbor that clearly wants me, but he's married and is in the Bible. Okay, Bible thumpers be the biggest freaks and they be the biggest cheaters. We all know that. If anybody would be my sub, it'd be him. He cuts the grass for free just because I'm pretty. Pretty privilege in action. Go ahead. Go ahead and get what you want from that man in the name of the Lord. Go ahead and get what you want from that man in the name of the Lord and Savior. Okay, I'm not a Christian. Everybody know that. But you know, his freaky deaky ass wanna be he wanna be the Jezebel. So, you know, let him cheat on his wife and cut your grass for free. And when he out there cutting your grass, make sure you go out there with a nice little tank top on and make sure it's nice and hot. Make sure your titties are sitting up real nice in your tank top and you're like, oh my God, you're just doing such a good job. You know, you want some ice cold water. Can I get you something to drink? Uh-huh. And he gonna take it because you know he out there in that sun cutting your grass. So you know he like it. Go ahead and tease him a little bit. Show your ankles, girl. Don't turn him out too bad because you know them Bible thumpers, they be a little scary. Don't do no freaky shit because he might call you a devil. He might call you a demon. You know how they like to get down. They like to fuck you and then say you a witch and burn you at the stake type shit. So there's you know while he out there cutting the grass, you go offer him a nice cold beverage with a nice little tight ass tank top on with your titties popping out. Uh-huh. Show some ankle. Not too much though. Not too much. Mm-hmm. And do your thing. Yep. Have him come over and fix some shit. You know they love fixing some shit. Have him come over, fix some shit. Wear a little skirt. Have your ankle showing a little bit. Pop a little ankle out, you know. In Jesus' name. You can't go to hell if you ain't Christian. I'm just saying. So yeah, that would be my biggest advice. Give him a glass of water the next time he come over to cut the grass and it's real hot outside. And have him come and keep just keep asking him to come fix stuff. Just keep asking him to come fix stuff for you. Just keep asking him. Ask him to help you with that. Mm-hmm. Let him feel like he being a good Samaritan. Yup. Yeah, that's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. Since he like to play maintenance man. Mm-hmm. Put his ass to work. Make him build some furniture. Buy some furniture. Buy yourself a nice big ass new bed set. Get yourself a king size bed. Okay. Being a single woman in a king size bed is a whole nother girl. You got to experience it. And I'm not talking about just for vacation. I'm talking about every single day. You got to experience it. So buy yourself a nice big heavy king size bed frame because it's gonna come in about 3 big fat ass boxes. Tell him you need some help putting that shit together. Mm-hmm. He gonna be spending a whole lot of time in your house. Yup, y'all gonna get a chance to talk. Uh-huh. Once you get a chance to talk, you gonna have him right in the palm of your hands, crying out for the Lord. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You gonna have my man speaking in tongues. Yeah. So that's what you gotta do. Mm-hmm. He just scary. He's scary or you scared? Is he scary? Because if he's scary, why are we even talking about him? But is he really scary or is you just scared? You can't be scared. Don't look. It was a lot of girls a few years ago that was real surprised that some of my subs is married, and it was like, oh my God, how could you take a married sub? Like, that's basically cheating. I don't give a fuck about this man's marriage. I don't want the nigga. I'm not fucking him. We not about to get married. All he doing is giving me some fucking money and beating his dick to my pictures. That ain't cheating. His wife might think it's cheating. He might think it's cheating, but I don't give a fuck. I'm here for the check. Nothing else. So if you worry about him being married, girl, you might as well get over that now. Because there's going to be a lot of niggas that's going to be married. And husband of the year, I'm talking, they going to be, according to their wife, they going to be the best husband in the world. Husband can't do no wrong. Husband is fantastic. Husband is an attentive father. Meanwhile, you and husband be on video chat talking about some real freaky deaky shit. Meanwhile, you and husband be on the phone and you be telling him to do some freaky deaky shit to himself. Hello? That ain't your business. That ain't your problem to worry about. That's not your problem to fix. That's between him, his wife, and their marriage counselor or divorce attorney. And you better hope that they get divorced actually, you better hope that they stay together, because if they get divorced, she gonna take all his money and alimony. She gonna make sure she take all his money. So you better hope that him and wifey stay together. You better hope that when you're telling him to do shit, and when you telling him how to serve you, you telling him how to respect you. This is what I used to do. When I found out that a sub is married, I make him tell me all of the different ways that he takes care of his wife. I ask, do you buy your wife flowers? How often do you take your wife on a date? How often do you take your wife shopping? Okay? And if they tell me that they don't, oh, that's going to change. Because it's no way in hell you think that you're going to one day leave, right? Feeding into the fantasy. It's no way in hell you think you're going to one day leave your wife for me and mistreat me and treat me like your basic ass wife. So you want to be owned by me, you write me love letters, you buy me flowers, you buy me gifts. And the way that you're going to practice this obedient behavior is you're going to go home after today and do the same thing for your wife. You're going to start buying her flowers. You're going to start buying her gifts. You're going to start eating her pussy. And I want you to eat her pussy and think about me. Lick her pussy like it's mine. Buy her flowers like you buying them for me. Buy me a gift and buy your wife a small gift too. One, that's where she'll never check the bank accounts and be like, where's all of this money going to all of these gifts? Because you're not giving me no gifts. Two, that gets him into the practice of actually being able to be submissive. He's going to start being more submissive to his wife. He's going to start being more submissive to you. That's how you properly train a dog. A dog ass, married ass nigga coming towards you, he's going to need some proper training. That's how you train a dog. So when my subs send me gifts, a small gift, not to the same extent, because I deserve more. I ain't saying that me and wifey equal, because me and wifey definitely not equal. It's always gonna be fuck that bitch. Okay, it's always gonna be do more for me than you doing for her, because you don't really like her. Fuck her, right? But we don't want her to get suspicious about us. So I want you to send me $10,000, and then I want you to give your wife $1,000. Give her the chump change. Give her the minimum tribute. Give me the max. That way, I know that in real time, you're taking care of both of us. And that's going to make you a stronger lover in her mind. Keep her off of what the fuck you may possibly have going on while you hiding in the bathroom, while you going out of town, right? She happy. She thinks she got husband of the year. And I got a well-trained and obedient sub. Plain and simple. That's how you got to do it. That's how you got to do it. I promise. Woo. Yeah. It's real minty. You know that Noxzema got eucalyptus in it. Girl. The bag on the real world was $8K. He could have bought it because he sent me that much. Exactly. Rewiring your brain, girl. If he could send you 10K, he could have spent 8 on a purse. If he could send 10, he could send 20. If he could send 20K, he could send 30. If he could send 30K, he could send 50. And if he could send 50K, 10 in increments of $10,000 at a time, he could have gave you $50,000 up front. That be the part that y'all be forgetting. When I was talking about like minimum tributes and how y'all be going for minimum tributes, because them $20 tributes add up. He sent me $20, but he did it 6 times. So I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I got $120 out of him. If he could have sent you that $120 in increments of 20, he could have stopped playing in your face and sent you 120 the first time, right? Instead of chump changing you and going 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, he could have just gave you the $120 up front. Big brain. Don't let these niggas play in your face. He got the money. You need to break his pockets. Shift your mindset away from different, like, a lot of girls come into the industry with this mindset of like when they still used to work a 9 to 5. Oh, I charge or I set my minimum tribute as $20 because at my 9 to 5, I make $20 an hour. So that should be good. This is not your 9 to 5. This is a $1 billion industry. I say billion with a B. This is a $1 billion industry and a fetish for rich men. You will always leave money on the table if you don't push that man to give you more. He either lying about having more, he can go borrow some, he can use a credit card, he can take a loan, he can ask his wife to borrow some money. As long as you fucking get it. Don't ever stop being greedy. Do not ever stop asking for money. Do not ever make a man feel like you are satisfied with what he gave you. If anything, him giving you that 10,000 should make you feel more hungry for his money. That should make you feel more greedy. That should make you feel more entitled. Because that's how you're going to keep him sending. He sent you that money and you start acting like you satisfied. You start acting like this the most money you ever touched. He will lose interest in you very quickly. They like the chase. They like that your cravings are insatiable. That's how you get them to work harder for you. That's how you get them to work harder for you. Hold up. I'm not scared. I told him I don't give a fuck about his marriage. I don't give a fuck about his kids. He had a chance. He was disappointed. Look, they're going to disappoint you sometimes. Think about it. He got a wife and he got kids. So you can't get too attached. That's why you also have to have multiple subs. The same way you would have multiple little boyfriends so that you don't get super attached to one when they start fucking up and you got motherfuckers on the back burner, you got a roster, right? You cannot have more, you cannot have just one sub. I know it might seem overwhelming to try to be talking to different subs and all of these different men, but you will put yourself in precarious situations because you got to think a married man is not always going to have the time for you. He's going to have to disappear sometimes to protect his marriage so that his wife is, like I said, not suspicious about what he's doing on his phone. So that his wife is not suspicious and now going through bank transactions to find out that he has been subscribing to an OnlyFans account or something like that. So allow them to ghost, allow them to disappear. They're going to disappoint you. At the end of the day, it's a married man. He's already a loser, stepping out on his wife to go beat his dick with an internet dominatrix instead of just telling his wife what he likes to do sexually, right? He already a loser from that. So no going in, not that he's really going to physically be a loser, but read the room. Read the room. He got kids. It's graduation season. Them kids probably graduating right now. He got to pay for graduation gifts. Mother's Day just passed. He not going to spend time with you and talk to you. It was just Mother's Day. He got to go fuck on her and take her and buy her flowers and do all kinds of stuff for her. He don't want to, but that's what he has to do. He still got a part to play. So you got to make sure that you keep that in mind when you building relationships with these men. Your relationship is purely dom sub. Your relationship, this motherfucker is your client. Okay? Your client is married. That means certain hours of the night, you're not going to be able to hit him up on Cash App and ask him for no money. Because as soon as that phone get the dinging while they laying in the bed together, that bitch going to have some questions. You ain't never going to get that Cash App that you requested because they're going to be up all night arguing over who the fuck is this requesting money from you in the middle of the night. Right? So you got to read the room when you with these subs. That's why it's really important for you to ask the right questions when you're building these relationships with these men. Okay? You're not building a real emotional connection with them. That's where that fantasy comes in. You don't really give a fuck. You're trying to get information out of him. You should ask him if he's married, not because you give a fuck about preserving his marriage, but you want to make sure that he's going to be, you want to find out what times of the day he's going to be available, right? He a 9 to 5 type of man. After 5 o'clock, when he home with his kids, don't hit that nigga up and don't expect him to call. Plain and simple. Same way you would, I hate to say it like this, but you gotta operate kind of like a side bitch sometimes. You know damn well that nigga at home with his wife after 5 o'clock. They in the house playing house. Don't hit him up. Don't expect him to come back. He said he gonna come. Don't expect it. The next time he come up or the next time he come around, charge him more. Up your price. The next time he come around, say you want more. Last time y'all was talking about the Chanel bag and he was finna get it to you and he, had to disappear for a little bit and he ain't got really no explanation when he came back. He just hitting you with a, hey, goddess, how you been? Don't give him no blues. That's not your nigga. Charge more. Okay? So last time y'all was talking, you wanted the Chanel bag. He had to disappear for a little bit because it was Mother's Day and his babies was graduate from high school. He got to play the dad role, get back in his dad bag. But now that's all quieting down and wifey at work, the kids in the house for the summer, he in the office. Now he got time to talk. Now you want a Chanel bag and a new car. Yeah, I know we was talking last time I wanted the Chanel bag, but while you was doing what you was doing, I had time to think. And I think that I deserve more than just the Chanel bag. So I want you to give me the Chanel bag and I want the G-Wagon. Up the price, up the scope. So don't get disappointed. Just rethink your strategy. Okay? And get more than one. That is your goal. You are not going to hit 6 figures. You're not going to hit 7 figures off of just one sub. Some girls do. I have done it. It's great. It's a really good feeling. But when I hit that 100K from that one sub, that was not my only sub. I still had people subscribing. I still had subs sending me small tributes, waiting to be acknowledged, hoping to be acknowledged. I still had people calling me on the phone. I was not giving my all to one client. Think about it. That's like being a hairstylist, trying to operate off of one client. That's like being a nail tech, thinking that you about to run a business off of one client. You have to have more than one. You got to stack these motherfuckers up. You need a rich one. You need a motherfucker that's not really rich, but know how to go work some overtime. You need a truck driver. Okay. You need a nigga that work at Amazon, but got a hustle. And you need a nigga that work at Amazon and sell drugs. Okay. So that you can get some of that drug money. Okay. You need every tier of man. And you need to have them motherfuckers on a roster. And you need to let every one of them know you on a roster. And you need to let them know you on a roster. And if you act the fuck up, you can get cut at any time. You replaceable. I'm the prize. Don't never if and let one of these niggas think that they your only sub. Because that's how they gonna disrespect you too. Because when you make it seem like that person is your only sub, or you tell him straight up, you my only sub, that's when they get real disrespectful. That's when they start slowing down the money. Because now you've given them something that makes them feel like they got the upper hand. Oh, well, if I'm her only sub, I'm her only income. So if I stop sending money, she ain't gonna have no money. which means I can shortchange her. I can send her whatever little ass bit of money I feel like. And because I'm her only client, she going to be going for whatever I say. Trust me. And if you don't think that they are going to do it, again, I got a bridge and a time machine to sell you over the Chesapeake Bay 24 hours before they knock that bitch down. Because they will. You give a motherfucker an inch, he'll take a football field. You know I'm not lying. You have to have more than one. Okay? So that motherfucker that sent you the Chanel bag, the motherfucker that's buying you sent you the 10K, you need to be using that relationship. You need to be boasting and bragging on social media. I done got my first 10K tribute. Okay? High class elite dominatrix. Y'all other subs need to step it up. That's what you need to be saying on social media. You need to be boasting and bragging about that 10K, about them Chanel bags, about them shopping trips. Okay? Because it's bitches out here that don't think that achieving 10K is possible. And you're not even one of my students. Like, most girls got to be one of my students to see money like that. So, kudos to you, girl. You need to be bragging about that. And you need to get more than one. And you need to find out how to get 20, 30, 40, 50 more niggas to send you 10K. And if that's a little challenging for you, like I said, take my class. You'll be fine. You already got the tea halfway there for a lot of girls, okay? Because it's a lot of girls that's struggling to get $100. It's a lot of girls that's struggling to get $1,000. Okay? It's one thing to get it, but being able to replicate it and turn it into a profitable business is something else. So, girl, do your thing. He bought a designer bag for you, but you really want the Chanel. It's time for you, like you just said, it's time for you to level up your thinking. Okay, it's time for you to start surrounding yourself with other women who are doing the same stuff. Because these are the kind of high level conversations we're having, because it's normal for men to send us $10,000. You feel me? It's normal for niggas to want to come do stuff for us. So you need to start rewiring your thinking. You need to start hanging out with women that's on the same path, that's not jealous. Because it's a couple bitches I know. When you said that shit, it's a couple bitches that'll be like, you ain't never did that. It's probably girls watching the replay in the comment section hating on you. And I'm bursting their bubble, calling them the fuck out right now on the replay. They probably hear me talking about you, reading your comments. She ain't make no 10. Yes, the fuck she did. Don't worry about how the fuck she did. You need to worry about how you gonna get it. Because, yeah, it's possible. You pretty, you smart, you intelligent, and you got the confidence to ask for it. You can have whatever the fuck. You can have the world on a silver platter tonight for dinner if you wanted it, bitch. Okay, surround yourself with the people that's winning. Surround yourself with the girls that's getting the money. Okay? Don't leave your wife. Tell them straight up, don't leave your wife. I don't want you to leave your wife. I want you to stay with her. Because your wife is going to be able to handle all the bullshit and all the fucked up, annoying shit that you do that I don't want to deal with. And tell them directly like that. Humble them and tell them directly like that. Don't leave your wife. Because if you think that you're going to get married to me, I'm going to cheat on you every day. I'm going to be breaking your pockets and I'm going to cheat on you every day. So you better stay with that bitch. Because that's the only bitch in the world that want to deal with you out of a place of love. That bitch love you unconditionally. I love you because of your money. That's what you need to tell them niggas. Straight up. You want to know how to talk like a fendom? That's what you say. Don't leave your fucking wife. I don't want to deal with your bitch ass. I want your money. Your wife wants to deal with you. Your wife is the one in love with you. Your wife wants to fuck you. Your wife is going to be there for you despite all of your flaws. I want you to be around me and perfect. I ain't got no time to deal with your bullshit. I ain't got no time to deal with your fucking attitude. I ain't got no time to deal with your flaws. You come with me. You come to me the right way. You come to me with that money. All that other bullshit, save for wifey. Because she the only one in the world that's going to tolerate it. Tell them. Feel free. Tweet that shit tonight. Let that be your next tweet. Tell that motherfucker you don't want him to leave his wife. Stay with the bitch. Uh-huh. Stay with the bitch and keep her happy. Because the minute she try to divorce you and try to take all your money is the minute I'm going to cut you off too. Because the last thing you want to deal with is a broke ass sub that's going through alimony. That means less money for you. And you don't want to deal with that. The wife found my page. Now let me tell you something about the wifey. Cause I done seen this shit go in a lot of ways. Like I said, I've been doing this shit 9 years, girl. 9 years, 7 figures. That ain't no easy shit. The shit with wifey goes one or two ways. Wifey either really found your profile, and I'm gonna tell you why I think that she didn't in a second. I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna tell you why I know wifey didn't really find your profile and why in just a second. But it either goes one or two ways. The wife will find out about you by going through her husband's phone, seeing text messages, seeing phone calls. She'll go through the bank statements, seeing transactions that don't make sense, subscriptions and stuff like that, right? And that's how she found out about you. They usually don't approach you unless they a bird themselves. Unless they a bird themselves and feel like the woman is the problem instead of the husband. That's a whole other story. Because usually what they do is they approach the man, they give him some type of ultimatum. He has to chill off from booking sessions for a while and get back in her good graces. And then he'll come crawling back in a few years, a few months. The other thing that sneaky motherfuckers like to do, and I've seen this happen with so many subs, and I'm not doubting one way or another. I'm just saying from my perspective, my experience, certain men who live that I'm going to leave my wife one day fantasy also have this fantasy where the wife finds out. And now the mistress and the wife are talking to each other, going back and forth with each other. That's another fantasy of the man who wants to leave his wife and life behind to be owned permanently forever. They have a fantasy where the wife reaches out to you. And it don't be the wife. It's them. I've seen it. I've experienced it. I know subs just like this. It don't be the wife reaching out at all. It's them on another account that they've made, jerking off, pretending to be involved in this now love triangle between the mistress and the wife. I swear to God, girl. I swear to God. And it be them the whole time. And they do it to cause drama. They do it for sexual excitement, or they do it because they're not bold enough to say directly to you that they've gone broke, they've run out of money, or that they need to take time away from the relationship. When a sub who has that type of fantasy about leaving his wife and if they run out of money, if wifey starts catching on, they will try to pretend to be wifey and approach you and say, "Oh, you talking to my husband?" So that they don't have to say, "Goddess, I don't have any money. My wife has been on my ass and I have to pull back a little bit." Or they get off intentionally on causing that kind of chaos and that kind of drama, and it really be them jiggy in the DMs the whole fucking time. Now, I'm not doubting your situation, but as someone who has had at least 20 subs with this specific fantasy over the last 9 years of my 7-figure career, 10 times out of 10, it's really probably him. And the fact that and the reason why I'm saying this is because you still interact with him to a certain extent, right? So even if his wife truly did find your page, even if she didn't confront you and she truly did find your page, he wouldn't really be interacting with you that much because, again, his relationship, his marriage, his finances would be in jeopardy from a divorce. The fact that he's still around in some extent, he's still talking to you, he's still interacting, he's still sending, even though the wife found your page, that was him trying to get some extra rocks off one night, pretending that wifey caught on to the relationship. So Take advantage of that. I'm not saying that's your fault. It's not your fault that this nigga's Delulu and has these very specifically weird fantasies. Take advantage of that and continue to take his money. That's all I'm gonna say. Just continue to take his money, girl. Continue to take his money, because how did she find out about you? And if she truly found out about you, that would have really caused the argument. If my husband was out here sending bitches $10,000, trust and believe he would not have no arms and legs left when I was done with him to continue to talk to that bitch. I'm not calling you a bitch, but I'm just saying, if I was married to a man and I found out that my man sent someone else $10,000, I would make sure that he don't have no arms and fucking legs to ever talk to you again. And I would divorce him to make sure he ain't got no money to even buy a cheeseburger when I was done with him. So the fact that he still sending money, that was him on a fake page. Girl, he is so messy. He is so dramatic. You gonna have some messy and dramatic ass subs. I swear to God. I was about to say it's a HIPAA violation. If we could sit down and talk about all of the crazy shit that our subs be doing, we'd be here for hours, girl. All the stupid shit that they be doing out of fantasies. Wait, the same thing I told a guy from upstate. He fell in love. He fell in love with the fantasy and went into a drinking fit when his wife made him stay away from me. He came back a month later. Right. They be, I gotta talk to goddess. Fuck my wife. I don't love this bitch. I put a ring on her finger. I live in the same house as her. We got kids together, but fuck that bitch. I need the sexy black girl from Twitter. Oh, they don't want to be with them white women. And I hate to say, because she said it was a brother, so I can't excuse him from the fuckery, but it usually be white guys. So we just gonna pretend that he was a white guy, because white guys hate their wives. They hate them bitches. White guys hate their fucking wives. They hate them bitches. If you fucking with a married sub, ask him to start talking about his wife in comparison to you. They fucking hate their wives so bad. I know he was black. I know you said he was black earlier. I'm just pretending that he not, because I'm pro-black. We really not trying to see a brother doing this to his wife. We really not trying to see that. That's embarrassing for him. So we just gonna pretend that he white. We just gonna pretend that he white. He probably got Stockholm syndrome. He copying after the white man anyway. That's what we gonna say. Girl, he hate that bitch. I'm telling you, he hate that bitch. I'm telling you, he hate that bitch. He hate that bitch. 100%. Oh my God. He got into a drinking fit though. Hold up, because it's him getting into a drinking fit and becoming an alcoholic because he was having withdrawals. Go fuck your wife. Go be with your family. You doing everything but being a husband. Oh my God. Hold on. He couldn't afford it that month. Well, guess what? You gonna ask again, and this time when you ask, you don't want one bag, you want two. So tell him to step his bread up, do some overtime, find another job, and be like, you know what? I know last month, you was saying that you was going through some financial hardship, and I can't really say I understand, because I've just always been around men, who got it like that. And I've always just been around men who have that level of disposable income. So I'm trying to sympathize. I'm trying to understand, the fact that you're saying you don't got it like that. Maybe you need to go get another job. Maybe your career, I know you say you do well for your career, but maybe you're not doing as well as you think you're doing. Maybe you need to try to get a promotion. Maybe you need to go do DoorDash. Okay, you really gonna hurt a nigga feelings. You really gonna have that boy in his ego. He just sent you 10K. Now he gotta go do DoorDash because you basically calling him broke. Okay, he gonna step his game up. Because you got the money, nigga. Find it. You got the money. Find it. Like, what? Do you have any advice for the golf course men? I live right next to one. I want to start going to the golf course. I plan on bringing dessert samples. I wouldn't bring no dessert samples. I wouldn't bring no dessert samples because that's going to give off the wrong impression. Like you want, you trying to cook for niggas and shit. But I would start going to the golf course. Start playing golf. You live next to a golf course, start playing golf. I don't give a fuck if you bad at it. In fact, you being bad at it, not like moderately bad at it might work in your favor because niggas love to try to teach you some shit and be like, "Oh baby, let me show you how to do it. Let me show you. Let me get behind you and fill up on your curves and show you how to swing the shit." Get yourself some real cute golf type of outfits, with the short skirts and stuff like that. Get your hair done real nice. Get your hair done real nice. Your hair and your nails. Beat your face. Get you one of them real cute golf outfits and start going to play golf. Yep. Start going to play. Go by yourself if you brave. If you got a girlfriend that's with the shits, with the femdom shits too, take her with you. But start going to play golf. Start talking to them. Be like, "Oh, can I watch? Can I watch your swing? Can you teach me how to swing? Like, I just wanted to do this, for something like really fun, really cute, but like I'm not an expert like you. Like I was watching you hit the ball. You hit it so far. Can you like teach me like some pointers or something?" There you go. That's how you gonna get them. When you play damsel, I'm not saying play dumb, but when you play damsel in distress, they feel like they can teach you something. Even if I don't give a fuck if you was Tiger Woods and you actually know how to play golf. Be dumb when you go and ask them. Okay? Liking my pictures and always on your story. That's him. Let me see. I'm a cam girl. Hey girl, cam girl pivoting from strip chat. I love strip chat. Am I free? I want out because the nature of cam girl is submissive and I'm not. And I would agree. I would agree. The nature of camming and being on a webcam is certainly, in a lot of instances, especially on the first platform that you mentioned, is very male serving. I've used strip chat myself, but when I'm on strip chat, I am on there as a dom, so I'm just talking shit. So the same way I talk shit with you guys and stuff like that, I'm talking shit. When I was on strip chat, I would talk shit to men. I wasn't giving them advice, but I would just like I would talk about Kevin Samuels. I would talk about clavicular. I would talk about all these like podcast bros that come on the internet and try to play so macho and then just like joke about how the fact that they have little dicks or joke about the fact that they are like secretly submissives of mine and they like all of these freaky deaky shit. Like I would talk shit like that on Chatterbait. And I would do really successful, but you are right. The origins of those platforms are always going to be, unfortunately, putting, or I don't want to say always, but at least in its origins have always been demeaning to women and putting women in the submissive role and making her perform for their pennies. And I also didn't like that they basically sending you pennies at a time, unless you have, the perspective that I was using it in. um unless you find submissive guys and then get them to really send, by default they're going to be sending pennies, and I never liked that. So um good for you that you're transitioning from one part of the industry to another. This is certainly going to be like a really empowering journey for you, for sure. She said, I'm naturally a findom, and I'm realizing anytime I demand money, I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I know my power, but I've been lurking in these spaces for 6 years, but don't have the confidence. I feel like I had to get a 9 to 5 and start batching content and chatting on the side. Unfortunately, well, look, you're transitioning from one sector of this industry to a different one. So it's no surprise that that's going to take some time for you to wrap your brain around your business model, how you want to carry yourself, for you to find a different type of clientele now, and for you to scale that business to the profits that you want to see. That's going to take time. You're pivoting to a whole different world. Let's just be honest. So be honest with yourself that it's going to take some time, but don't discredit the experience that you have, because being comfortable on webcam and live webcam is your superpower. You're not going to be the type of girl that's afraid to show her face. You're not going to be the type of girl that's afraid to show her body. You're not even going to be the type of girl that's misogynistic, low key, and be like, "Ooh, I do fandom, but I could never show my parts." And you're not afraid to do that shit. So if anything, once you do get a footing, footing under yourself about how you want to brand yourself as a femdom, you are more than welcome to take my free class. Femdom Theory should be in the link in my description box. The free class that I have will certainly give you a lot of advice for free, $0 down, um, on how to, start a mini business plan, kind of curate your identity as a femdom and what that's going to look like as far as the way that you talk, the way that you brand yourself, the way that you dress. So enjoy the process. But I tell all girls, because I know you said something about needing to get a 9 to 5. I didn't read the rest of it because I don't, like I said earlier today when I was talking about how girls be coming on Share 7 shit and saying all kinds of personal shit. Not that you said something too personal, but I don't want to put your business and your tea out there like that. I read what you said though, so I feel you. But I'm gonna keep that between the ladies that's in this chat right now, and leave it at that out of respect, because I don't believe that we should be embarrassing each other like that. Not that I would ever try to embarrass you or that you embarrass yourself, but you get what I'm saying, because that was the whole point of me even having this conversation today. That's why I'm not gonna read that last part. It is what it is. Okay. And if you need to go get a job, I tell all girls this. If you need to get a 9 to 5 while you build your business as a femdom, you need to be in property management. You need to be in the real estate industry. This was an industry I got put on to by my sub. You feel me? Like, I didn't even get into real estate, get into property management without my sub putting me on. One of my very, very rich subs that owns properties. He was the one that put me on with getting my real estate license, being in property management, and just moving in this industry. So I specifically, in my full course, not in the free course, but in my full course, InstaDom 101, our certification program, based on my sub's advice that he gave me and me being in the real estate industry as because of that for almost a whole year now, I have a whole section in my course to teach you guys how to essentially get put on into the real estate industry that works in your benefit. One of the reasons why I stopped pursuing, just a quick sidebar, one of the reasons why I stopped pursuing my real estate license, however, was because I don't want your real estate license is attached to the state. So like, I don't want my face, and I just don't like how real estate agents have to attach their face and their name to everything that they do, because like, I'm still a dom. I can still benefit from the experience that I have in the real estate industry now because of the connections, the jargon, the skills that I know, because I've already had subs over the last several years trying to sell me their houses. Like, I've had subs call me on the phone. This motherfucker, I remember I made a TikTok video about this on my old page, but one day this sub that I'd never met before called me for the first time. He had just read my book, The New Jane Crow, off of Amazon. And in the back of the book, I put my phone number on there on Night Flirt so that they can call me and talk about it, right? That's another thing I teach y'all how to do as well, how to write books and how to use it to make money and find subs. So we'll talk about that later. But I did it. He called me. We get to talking, and he like, I don't really have that much money, but I do have I have 2 houses. So I could sell one of my houses because right now I had an evaluation on it done and it was worth $400,000. So if you tell me to, I will sell my house but he wanted to come live with me and all this other shit. And I was like, you not about to live with me, first off. And you don't have no money. So after I spend or after I take that $400,000 from you, you think you about to live in my house for free just because you a slave? Like, what you think this is? You thought this was gonna be a free ride, motherfucker? No, that's not an attractive offer. Thank you for offering to sell your $400,000 house to me, though. We'll stay in touch, and you can let me know when you start making some improvements on that house so that you can get it reevaluated at $1 million or higher. But and you need to go get a job. But your old ass will not be selling your fucking house thinking that real time enslavement is going to be in my house, is going to be your retirement home. You're gonna be sorely mistaken, motherfucker. No, I think the fuck not. So he got his ass the fuck up out my face. But you'll be really surprised once you really get up there and subs start to trust you. You become more, known internationally and stuff like that. It's a lot of rich men that are willing to do a lot of crazy shit for you. Give up their houses, sell their houses, give you the money. And I ain't never said I wasn't going to take it. I just said I ain't want it yet because I wanted more than $400,000. And I want him to have some more income because $400,000 is not enough for me. I'm a greedy bitch. I'm always going to want more money from you. Okay? So I said that to say, I tell girls, if you need to have a 9 to 5 while you build your business, even if you wasn't a FinDom and you was trying to build your business, it's going to take some time for you to get that business up off the ground. That's just what it is. The statistics say that the average entrepreneur takes about 3 to 5 years to really see some shit. And that's even if they survive the first 3 years. The first 3 years of building a business, hey girl, we just talking shit. You'll watch the replay. Trust me, we've been here for about, we've been here for about 101 minutes. I ain't got my glasses on. So we've been here for a minute, girl. We've been here for a little minute. But you can catch up. You can catch up. Mm-hmm. But look, it's going to take the average entrepreneur about 3 to 5 years to really catch up. Those first 3 years in your business are crucial. Those first 3 years in your business are critical. I'm telling you, I know you don't want a 9 to 5. I know you don't. I'm about to tell you some real nigga shit. Don't even worry about it. Because when it comes to being a black woman in corporate, bitch, I had enough. So you already know I'm not about to tell you to do no crazy shit, but just roll with me for a second. Just roll with me for a second. I get it. Whoa, child. Here's what you got to do. The reason why I changed my certification program to a 3-year program not only was to make sure that y'all are actually getting the education and support that you need, but like I said, I know as someone who's done it multiple times in multiple industries with multiple businesses that it takes a hard fucking time to get your business off the ground, especially in those first 3 years, because you really don't have that many clients yet. You're not bringing in that much money yet. And the money that you are bringing in, you still got a life to live. So you still got bills to pay. You still got investments to make, inventory to buy, or shit to reinvest in, bills that got to be fucking paid while you still trying to get this business off the ground. So the reason why I made my program a 3-year program is so that we can support you those whole 3 years. We also have the Earn and Learn program where we pay our students cash for referrals throughout the whole duration of their program, or with us as well. So that's why we do that. Okay. And then 2, what I want you to do is get a job specifically in property management. You a sex worker. If anything, resume wise, if anybody know customer service, it's you. If anybody know how to make a sale, it's your ass. If anybody knows how to, foster a sales type of environment, it would be you. So if you really need to work a 9 to 5 to keep some money in your pocket, find a 9 to 5 that's going to work for your best benefit. And I'm gonna be honest with you, as a black woman in today's corporate America world, I know the statistics is high as shit with black women unemployment, and we up on the entrepreneur side. But sometimes you gotta have a little job. Ain't shit wrong with that. Do your thing. Especially when you find a job that'll give you benefits and a certain work-life balance that will continue to allow you to focus on FinDom. That's specifically what you have to do. You have to get a job that will allow you to focus on FinDom so that you don't go to that 9 to 5 and be so burnt out by the end of the day that you don't have no time for your business no more. We done with that lifestyle. That's how our moms used to work. That's how our grandmas used to work. We not doing that. So get you a job specifically, and I'm gonna say it lightly because I have the full blueprint in my class Instadom 101. Get you a job in property management. You are going to become a leasing consultant. I'm going fast. You're gonna have to keep up. Get you a job in property management. You're gonna become a leasing consultant. You're gonna do the tours. You're gonna answer the phone. You're gonna get them motherfuckers to sign the lease. Go with the top companies. Don't go with no mom and pop company. Go with the high performing Fortune 500 property management companies in your area. Look for the luxury apartment complexes and ask them if they're hiring for leasing consultants. Make that resume look good. Show off your customer service experience, your sales experience. They hire you as a leasing consultant, even if you've never been a leasing consultant before. That leasing consultant job will give you a 9 to 5 check, commissions every time you get somebody to sign a lease. And if they're worth their salt, they'll give you a discount on rent and a nice apartment, no credit check. I'm not going to say it again. Y'all just going to have to watch it on the replay and drag it back yourself. That's what you need to do, sis. Miss Web Chat, transitioning from one part of the career to another part of the career. I'm so proud of you for having the courage to do something different for yourself and find something that's going to be empowering and feel good to make you money. 100%. Now, I want you to do what you need to do and go get that job as a leasing consultant, get the money, get the apartment. And when you in the house, when you on your days off, when you got that PTO, you need to be doing all things FinDom. After work, you need to be doing all things FinDom. At the pool, you need to be doing all things FinDom. You're welcome. That's what you need to do. A check, commission, and a discount on rent with no credit check. Meaning even if you got fucked up credit, you will still fuck around and be in a luxury apartment. You know what type of shit that's going to do for your confidence? What type of shit that's going to do for your profits as a FinDom? Because don't nobody want to give $10,000 to the FinDom that, I hate to say it, but don't nobody want to give $10,000 to the FinDom that look like she in a fucked up ass, rundown ass apartment. I can't even say Section 8 because there's luxury apartments that still take vouchers. So we ain't going to disrespect Section 8 because luxury apartments still take vouchers. Okay? But, and you'll never know who on a voucher and who not, unless you actually work in the leasing office. You'll find out when you start getting the jobs. But you know what that's going to do for your profit margins? You taking pictures, you making content in a luxury apartment, and you got a discount on it, and you got the subs paying the rest. Hello, you're going to have buku money in your pocket from the 9 to 5, the commission that you're making, and FinDom. That's going to do you that. I'm telling you now, that's going to change the trajectory of your life in the next 3 years. And then everybody knows not everybody knows, but if you know anything about credit in the United States, the statute of limitations on any debt is 7 years, girl. So you can fill in the blanks from there. Go get you an apartment, no credit check, make some money, lay low for the next 7 years. All that other shit that's on your credit, don't pay it. It'll fall off in 7 years while you lay low in your discounted luxury apartment because you work in a leasing office. And on your days off, like I said, you're going to do all things FinDom, all things your business. You're going to go shopping. You're going to wear nice outfits because some property management companies that even give you a stipend to go buy clothes every few months. Because you got to look good. You know, you selling apartments that's $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month. You can't just look like what the fuck ever, walking up in the leasing office because ain't nobody going to sign a lease for $5,000 a month for 12 months, 14 months when the bitch look like who did it and why. Her hair fucked up. She got a bonnet on. She wearing sweatpants. So you got to look good. You got to look real good. That's going to be to your advantage. And that's how you going to meet rich niggas too. Because you're going to go after all of the luxury apartments in your neighborhood. You gonna go after all of the luxury apartments in your neighborhood? Shit, you want to move out of state? Do that shit too. Move to another state with some luxury apartments. Make sure that they charging buku money, girl. Make sure that they charging. Cause that's how you gonna be around them niggas. I said it the other day on my TikTok that if you live in an apartment, I said it the other day on my TikTok when I was at the pool. If you live in an apartment where, damn, I can't see. You live in an apartment that charges more than $2,500 a month for rent, you need to be at the pool. Because even if your apartment don't cost $2,500, somebody else's apartment did. And if somebody else's apartment costs $2,500, the math will start making sense to you once you become a leasing consultant. But Bookie Butt, $2,500, when you got to prove that you make 3 times the rent, whoever lives in that $2,500 apartment had to show that they make legitimately more than $7,500 a month. If that motherfucker got $7,500 a month, he got the rent. And if he got the rent, he probably got some money for you. And if he got some money for you, then whoop-de-fucking do. Now we having fun, ain't we? So again, use this to your advantage, girl. It's not the end. It's not the end of the world that you got to go get a 9 to 5. Some bitches give up altogether. Okay? Some bitches give up altogether and go get a shitty 9 to 5. Nobody said you had to do that. You can very well do both. You just got to move smart. And a lot of girls don't know how to move smart. So again, my sub put me onto real estate because one of my subs put me onto real estate because, like I said, he owns multiple properties. And it would benefit me as someone who wants to own multiple commercial multifamily properties myself one day too, to learn the game. So I picked the very easiest thing for me to do because I'm not about to bust my ass at no 9 to 5. What the fuck I look like? But sometimes when a motherfucker own a business, he can't give you the money, cash. He got to put you on payroll. So a lot of girls get in their feelings. A lot of girls have a lot of pride about that shit. I ain't got no problem letting a sub put me on payroll because I know that I get to have my way. And once he put me on payroll, I get all of the legal protections that any other employee would get. That's how you also keep him in check. Because once he puts you on payroll, now you got HR involved in what y'all doing and what he's saying to you. And he can't talk to you too crazy. Y'all might really be dom sub, separate from this. But once you on payroll, he can't talk to you too crazy, baby, because now you got the EEOC on his ass. Now you got HR on his ass. Now you got the feds. Now you got housing on his ass. The FTC on his ass. He gonna have to be on his P's and Q's. So I ain't never been afraid to let a nigga put me on payroll in order for me to get the money. Put me on. But just believe I ain't gonna be doing too much of shit. So property management, leasing agent, get you some nice little outfits, make you that money. Focus on FinDom. And even if you not in the same situation as her, and you know that you gotta stay at your 9 to 5, start getting ready to leave that bitch and go get you a soft girl job where all you gotta do is be cute, answer the phone, and do some tours inside of these luxury apartments, and get these motherfuckers to sign a lease. It ain't that hard. Trust me. You can get a motherfucker to sign a lease for $2,500 a month plus times 14. You can get a motherfucker as a FinDom to send you $10K, $100K. That's going to be your sales training and experience because you're going to look good. Okay? When I'm out here, I've been on vacation for a long ass time, but they always want to talk to the pretty girl. They always want to work with the pretty girl who got the nice makeup and a nice outfit on. They love trying to flirt with you and show you that they got money. Ooh, let me see the most expensive apartment because they want to impress you. I'm not saying turn those niggas into your subs because that can get real messy. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is find a way to make it work for you so that you are not overworking yourself. You are not burnt the fuck out, and you have more time for your business than you have for this job because you don't fucking want the job. You don't. You want the money. You want the benefits. And when you're a new entrepreneur, you don't fucking have no health insurance. So use their health insurance, get what you need until you are up in your business and you have built up enough fuck you money to walk the fuck away. That's what I tell every Black woman. And if you want the details on specific employers who have the best benefits packages that cover surgeries, thank you, benefits packages that will give you the most in rent discounts, because the industry standard is 20% and only very few property management companies offer more than that. If you want the specifics on how to target these employers and how to get that job in the next 90 days, holla at me inside of InstaDom 101. I got the whole blueprint down pat for you. I will show you how to do the very bare minimum to keep that job, keep the boss off your fucking back, because you really gonna be doing literally the bare minimum just to keep the fucking job and keep your discount. I'm not about to tell you to shoot for the stars. I'm not. Don't shoot for the stars at no fucking corporation. The only corporation you need to be shooting for the stars in is in the corporation that you building yourself. Because these jobs don't give a fuck about you. These jobs don't give a fuck about us. Okay? So we shouldn't give our fucks either. But you're gonna do what you need to do to get where you need to go. And that goes for any girl. You need some money in your pocket while you focus on your business. This your business. Financial domination is your business. You need some money in your pocket. Get your ass into property management now. They hiring. Trust me. You cute, you pretty, you smart, you got some sales experience, you'll get the job. And you're going to do the bare fucking minimum. I'll show you how to get housing in 30 days. Not a problem. You'll get the job 90 days minimum, because sometimes, that's how long it takes for you to apply for the job and, hear back about the interview and then the interview number 2 and then start the job and then all of that, right? That's about 90 days. And then you'll have housing 30 days later. Fucking with me. Best to believe we are not playing no games around here. So my shit, is inflamed. My forehead is so inflamed, but my cheeks are not. So I'm happy about that. I still have a little bit of inflammation on my chin. But right now, my skin is just purging because of the NAD shots and the GHKCU injections that I've been taking. They kind of like push all of that gunk and stuff like that to the surface before you really start to see the real deal, results with like the tightness, wrinkling, anti-aging. So it's working. I know it's working. It's just so hard to like see the pimples and not want to be like pop, 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 I feel like my face is still a little sticky. So I'm gonna go in with some astringent real quick. Thank you. I'm gonna go in with some astringent. What y'all talking about? Yeah. I'm trying to get a 9 to 5. I'm a pastry chef. People don't want to hire certified folks. It costs too much. I wish they had Black owners that want to invest on their own. I mean, we out here. But sometimes it is a little difficult. We got to make it do what it do. What the fuck is this? It's like a gnat in here or some shit. Ooh. I live outside of the U.S., but I want to move to the U.S. for work. Currently working in a pharmacy. I mean, are you sure? I mean, I guess it would depend on what country you in compared to our country as far as you wanting to come over here. Because, girl, we ain't shit over here, girl. I mean, you see what the fuck be going on over here? And you still want to come over here, girl? Shit, I'm trying to get the fuck out. No, I was not lying. You found the application. Apply for that shit. Think I'm fucking playing with you. Apply for that shit. Ask in the interview what the benefits package is. Ask if you get a housing discount. Apply for that shit. Yeah. I'm not fucking around. And right now, this is the hot time to be looking for leasing consultant jobs because don't nobody want to be at work. So this is the season for you to get a leasing consultant job. You'll have a fall. Swear to God. I've been in this industry almost a whole year now. Let me see. Yeah. 28 and your first apartment, you thought it was nice, but you leasing from a slumlord. Look, you never know if a motherfucker's a slumlord till you start living there. That's not your fault. I done been there before. You feel me? You in a situation, you need some housing, the pricing is right. That's natural instinct right there. You need somewhere to fucking live, you know? But once you know better, you do better. And once you surround yourself with people who can put you on, you get to do better. Exactly, girl. Ain't no shame in it. Ain't no shame in it. Whew. Yep. That's going to be a real quick way to bust yourself up. Exactly. Getting a job in property management, you're going to target. And like I said, I teach you guys how to target luxury properties because there's a lot of properties and property managements that hire you really quickly, but don't have the proper benefits packages and don't have luxury apartment buildings that are actually going to level up your life. So you really do have to target specific employers, very specific, and it's only a few of them. You might have a lot of them in your city, but only a few of them that are actually going to give up the good shit. The good shit. And you're not going to be satisfied. I'm not about to tell you that the property management company that I'm going to refer you to, I'm not about to tell you that they peaches and cream. Not at all. Nothing I'm about to say is going to, imply that they are going to be the best in the business. They not. Multiple people talk shit about them all the time. It's about what you get from working there more than their, I guess, consumer reputation. None of that shit is gonna matter. None of that shit. So that's gonna be the quickest way for you to bust yourself up. Did any of these companies sponsor work visas? That's a good ass question. I don't even know. Because I was born here, so I've never had to even go down that path. I don't even know what that path looks like. I know they asked on the application, but I don't even know, girl. I'm gonna say yes because I do know people that is illegal that work in property management. How they found it, how they got in, no clue. So I'm gonna say go for it and see what happened. Because the worst thing that they could tell you is like no, or like not yet, or like they got specific requirements. Chad, I don't know. Find out. Find out. Oh, you in Jamaica? Oh, girl, I love me some Jamaica. Ah, what one? Oh, I want to be in Jamaica so bad right now. Why y'all work at the resorts? I know all types of people that live in Jamaica and they work at the resorts and stuff like that. And they make really good money at the resorts. And they cash out on tips and stuff like that from the, all of the people that be at the resorts and shit in Jamaica. Like every time I go to Jamaica, or the last several times I went to Jamaica, I stayed at the Bahia Grand Lux, Bahia. They hire people from the neighborhood all the time. I know all kinds of people. All my little friends that was like butlers and like my bartenders and bellboys and stuff like that, they was all locals. And they specifically go work at the luxury resorts and they be collecting all kinds of tips and stuff like that. Girl, work at one of them resorts. Find a job at one of them resorts this summer. Get you some money at one of them resorts, and then have one of them white men, because they're gonna be flirting with you, girl. They're gonna be flirting with you. I didn't even heard some stories. I'm not saying that you gonna do this, but I know boys that live in Jamaica and be on them resorts selling dick. Okay, them boys at the Bahia Lux be selling dick, dangalang, swinging that shit. I ain't never bought it. Don't do me like that. I ain't never bought the dick, never. But I had some conversations with them, and they would tell me that they was down there slinging dick, and sometimes the white guest at the resort would come up to them and be like, "Ooh, I give you like 200, 300 US dollars if you fuck my wife." So I mean, shit, don't get caught, don't get in trouble, but shit, go down to the resorts down in Montego Bay, down by the airport. You in Kingston, you better check all those shits in your area. Go down there to the airport, to them resorts, them expensive resorts. See if they hiring. Make sure you gotta wear a uniform, but make sure your hair, your nails look good, your makeup look good. Go down there, collect you some tips from them white men that be down there on vacation. Okay. Get them real drunk at the bar. They gonna be flirting with you. Okay, because I didn't see them do it. I didn't see them do it. As many times I've been to Jamaica, sub-funded, I didn't see them do it. Flirt with them a little bit in the most professional sense so you don't get in trouble, at the job wise, and be down there secretly financially dominating the guests. You be like, oh yeah, you want me to you want to flirt with me? Okay, give me a couple $100 US, not the JMB. Give me some US dollars. You'll get all kinds of tips, girl. Uh-huh. Sure will. While they wives not looking, they out at the bar while the wife in the room because she's sick. She got sick off the rice and peas. No, the jerk chick, the brown stew chicken was too spicy for her, girl. That white bitch from the UK that came to Jamaica with her husband for an island vacation. She got sick off the brown stew chicken because it was too spicy. And we all know that brown stew chicken don't be spicy at all. I'm just being ignorant because you know how white people be. But the brown stew chicken was just too spicy for her ass. So she in the room with the bubble guts, and her husband at the bar getting drunk talking to you. You gonna have all kinds of tips by the end of the night, baby. Okay, ask one of them to get you a visa. Ask one of them. You might come across a lawyer or a rich nigga that can get you a visa. A single man that want to buy you a visa. Sub-funded. You'll be over here before you know it. But you need to take advantage of them boys on them resorts. Because that's when rich men want to be the richest. Or that's even if he not rich, that's when men want to pretend they the richest when they on vacation. Men love pretending when they go out of town that they got money. So that's going to be one of the best ways for you to take advantage of them because they're going to be trying to impress you, even though they don't really have no money back at home. They always rich on vacation, girl. They always in a good mood to spend some money when they on vacation. Yeah. Start applying for them resort jobs. You'll be up here before you know it on vacation with a FinDom subbed work visa. Girl, matter of fact, I might see you at the Bahia. We gonna cash out on you. Cash out on my girl. Yeah. Because I love me the Bahia, girl. I swear to God, I do. And the Bahia, I'm saying the Bahia because that's where I like to stay. But the Bahia is a very big property down there in the Runaway Bay area. I don't know how far that is from Kingston, but the island only but so big, girl. But that's in the Runaway Bay area. But you got you got Bahia down there. You got Sandals down there. You got all kinds of the very expensive ones. So sometimes you could be at this resort and that resort and that resort. I heard they also put their employees up. I haven't heard that the housing was very great. Like you're gonna be in like a roommate type of situation, and they give you like a food stipend. That's at least what the guys that I've talked to, that work down there have told me. They put you up somewhere so that you're close to the resort. Um, it might not be as nice as the place that you would get if you was here, working in property management, but they would put you up somewhere where you're like roommates with some of your other coworkers so that y'all can ride to work together and shit like that. And then they give you a stipend for food so that you don't have to like always buy groceries or some shit because the place that they put you up in might not have a kitchen, but then you can eat everything that you want like while you at work at the resort and shit. So that's what I was told. I would check that out. Okay. I love me some Jamaica. I really, really do. Girl, I wish I was in Jamaica right now. I'd be sitting my ass right on the nude beach, shaking my tail feather. Yup. Okay, wait. I'm already in step 2 of the process. Yes. I'm not 100% sure because I'm really like so anti 9 to 5. I would say you said something about a bartender. You could do mobile bartending, or if you're a pastry chef, you could like, depending on what state you're in. Like in this, I'm in Maryland. In the state of Maryland, you can legally sell like cookies and shit under the cottage food law. So look up whatever state you're in, cottage food laws, and see if you can sell like pastries and shit out of your house. I mean, I'm pretty sure you be on TikTok. I know you see these bitches selling spicy bowls out of toilet plungers. I'm not telling you make no fucking cakes and put it in a toilet plunger, but you can make some cheesecakes or something, or some like little treats and stuff like that, and have a little side hustle of you selling like chocolate covered strawberries or some shit. Just don't just don't be the bitch with the spicy bowls in the toilet plunger. Okay? But cottage food laws, I don't know. Start catering. Start catering, selling little treats and shit. Yeah, check out the Bahia. They hurried up and didn't respond to me no more when I said I was a pastry chef and I will only take a pastry job. But when I said I was available for a bar, they was like, "Oh, we don't want to train people." Don't nobody want to train nobody, girl. Don't nobody want to train up nobody. They just want you to know how to do the fucking job the day you get hired. They just want you to know all the shit about the business that you just supposed to know. They just want you to know everything. But yeah, having like a trade. So like it's summertime. See if you can like with the cottage food laws or whatever in your state. See if you can sell baked goods at like farmers markets. People love that type of stuff. Like a Sunday or a Saturday farmers market, and you got like little cakes and stuff in there. That's tea. Everybody like little treats and little something sweet, at the farmers market over the summer. Yeah. Or yeah, just little cutesy shit. See what you can do to just do some little cutesy shit. You might even be able, depending on, business wise, how you got your shit set up, you might even be able to get on DoorDash. I done seen people making banana pudding out of their apartments and selling it on DoorDash as if like they a real restaurant. Girl, the world is fucking crazy out here at this point. The president is a felon. He sued the IRS, which was himself, and then settled with himself. None of it, and then as a part of the lawsuit, told himself that he can no longer audit him or his family's taxes for the next like forever. None of this shit really matters in this country no more. Like, be a drug dealer for all I care, bitch. Nothing is real. Nothing is real. Nothing matters. Gas is $20 a gallon at this point. Rent might as well be $10,000 a month. Toilet paper like $30. Nothing matters, bitch. Sell some cakes. Put some weed in the cakes. I don't know. Figure it out, girl. While we get this shit up off the ground. Go take my free class. Take FemDom Theory. Sign up for the referral program so you can get financial aid. Then do, the earn and learn program so you can get the cash back, while you a student and shit like that. Because, I mean, that's anywhere between, well, I don't know the math off the top of my head because my degree is in history, girl, not math. I know how to count money, though. But $95 times 40% every week as far as cashback referrals, or what, like $279 a month times 40% times 11 months, like as far as like how much we pay for the referral program for our students in cash, we're gonna figure it out. And that's why I said I also made my program 3 years long, because I know how difficult it is to get your business off the ground. I know how challenging it is to be in that phase where like you're ready to make this leap, you're ready to, start the business, but like all of these small things, life, bills, rent, living, existing, adulting, like all of those things still do have to take precedent, even though you like really excited about starting this business. And that's a difficult place to be in, especially if you don't have people around you that's like encouraging you, or people around you that's on the same path. They're going to try to deter you from your path. They're going to try to make you feel like, oh, well, why are you trying to do this right now when you got to do X, Y, Z? So it is a way to do both. You just got to be a little creative. Okay? Just got to be a little creative, girl. That's it. That's all. Thank you for the support. We really don't have support for us Black girls, and it's nice to be in a cherished space. Yes, yes. Girl, they swear you be having a dream. You wait. You having a dream is you being on drugs, girl. Yeah. I done had people tell me I was delusional. I done had people tell me that you feel me, I wasn't gonna be successful, I wasn't gonna achieve what I've already achieved. And this was people in my family. I'm talking about my own mama and daddy. It be your own people, nigga. It be your own people. And then when I got up, my family, the first time I got up, my family was the first ones to try to be pocket watching, to try to be in my pocket, to always be asking me for some shit. And I done fuck around and went broke trying to people please and help them do shit. And they wasn't even fucking supporting me when I was on the come up. Bitch, I'd never do that shit again. Huh? You know, it be your own niggas. So, I mean that shit. When you try to do something good for yourself and you doing shit that ain't nobody else in your family did before, and you smelling yourself and you looking good and you acting different, you dressing better, you know, people start to get envious real quick. Your ancestors, God will show you who the fuck been on your side and who ain't been on your side. They sure will. And it's your job to get them the fuck up out of there. Okay? Because the people that was talking shit, or if you in the beginning phase and people is talking shit, present tense, please believe those are gonna be the same motherfuckers that's cheering you on once you up. Oh my God, I knew you can make it. Oh my God, girl. I remember when you was bitch, and I remember when your ass was being a fucking op. Bitch, all that. I remember I was there. No, you wasn't. When I was slinging them pastries at the farmer's market, was you there? No. When I was transitioning from one part of the industry to another, and I was putting myself on with property management and trying to get this shit done and taken care of, was you supporting me? No. You was calling me crazy. You was talking to me stupid. Stay stuck on stupid. Now that I'm up, now that I'm rich, now that I got it, now that I made it, okay? Fuck with people who have your back from day one. Fuck with people that's cheering for you from day one, because nobody will cheer for you more than somebody who's tried to do it themselves and has failed at it and succeeded at it and failed at it and succeeded at it again. Those are the type of people who will cheer for you. People who actually been business owners, people who actually been CEOs, people who actually know the struggle and know how to, how it feels to try to have to maintain that level of motivation and positivity when everything around you is fucking negative. Or even if it's not negative, everything around you just doesn't match the reality that you want anymore. Even if you have people around you that are supportive, sometimes it gets really fucking stressful and depressing when your current circumstances and your current reality don't match you anymore. And some of y'all might not know what I mean by that, and some of y'all might. But when you get to a point where your life, when you look around and you like, none of this aligns with me anymore, and I'm still waiting for the new stuff to come in, that's really frustrating sometimes, because you do have to wait it out. Like, everything is not going to just be instant. Oh, I'm going to become a FinDom. I'm going to take the class and boom, I'm going to be successful in one day. It's going to take some time, but it doesn't mean it's impossible. I'm proof that it's possible. My students are proof that it's possible. The 5-star reviews that we've had since 2019 will show you that it's possible. It's other girls out here winning and getting it. It's possible. But sometimes it just takes certain people a certain amount of time, or they have certain things that they got to get over or get through. Everybody's journey is going to look a little different. Waiting for your reality to catch up to you, though, shit. That's one of the hardest lessons from, like, right there. Because everything else might be going so smooth. You get the class, now you got advice, now you got like some direction for yourself, but you still have to wait for reality to catch up. Whether you're doing quantum leaping, you're doing manifestation, you starting a new business, your mindset has changed, you have changed, your environment will slowly change around you too. So don't beat yourself up about it, girl. Just take your time. Wait till I get my money right. La 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 la. Wait till I get my money right. La 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 la. Then they can't tell me nothing, right? Exactly. Exactly. All the people that shit on me, family members, friends, all the people that shit on me are still where the fuck they was at 9 years ago. Let me tell you again. All the people that was shitting on me, telling me I wasn't going to be successful as a fendom because I was fat, because I wore my natural hair. All the people that was telling me I'm delusional because I want to be a dom. Because I want to build a business instead of going to get some type of job they think I need to have. All of those people, every last single fucking one of them, are in the same space, mentally, spiritually, or financially, where the fuck I left them 9 years ago. They haven't leveled up themselves financially. They still poor. They still ain't got no car. They still in a bad relationship. Their mindset has not changed or evolved in any type of way. So they still immature and insecure and doubting themselves and everybody else around them through projection. Or they fucking miserable as hell watching me and wishing that they had supported me, wishing that they had showed up and showed off for me so that they could still be in the mix with me today, so that they could still call me and talk to me on the phone today, so that they could know where the fuck I'm at, so that they could have interactions with me. I left them 9 years ago in the past. I'm not even the same person. I don't look the same. I don't weigh the same. I don't wear the same clothes. I don't have the same issues. My mindset is completely different thanks to financial domination. And me having the courage to stand up for myself and what the fuck I wanted. I'm grown. I started this shit when I was 21. Who the fuck gonna tell me not to do it? I'm 21. I grew up in poverty. I already know what it feel like to be poor. I already know what it feel like to be have your favorite meal be hot dogs and beans, because that's all the fuck your mother could afford. Huh? And I'm not talking shit to nobody in my chat, but some of y'all who don't know me come to my motherfucking page, especially since I've been talking about getting my body done. And you open your mouth and say all these weird, crazy things to me like you fucking know me. I didn't grow up with no fucking silver spoon. I got a degree. Out the mud. West Baltimore. Born and raised. That's never going to change about me. I grew up on WIC vouchers, food stamps, energy assistance. The lights was off when I woke up. Sometimes the phone was off too. I'm fat, so we always had something to eat. You can tell. You can tell a bitch always had something to eat. But we was never rich. And even now, while my parents pretend to be rich to save their ego from the fact that their daughter has 100% financially surpassed them and they did not support me and are therefore cut the fuck off from me for the rest of their life. While they pretend to catch up with the fucking Joneses, I'm the Joneses. If that's not the motivation to show you that something like financial domination is not only real, but can absolutely change your life, I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is, girl. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. I gotta blow my nose. Are you chewing on my clothes? Damn, I just blew my nose for free on YouTube. I could have made money off of that. I'm fucking up. Girl. Ugh. I love you, girl, so much. Look. I've been on here for 144 minutes. And in that 144 minutes, we have certainly talked about a lot. I'm not going to lie. But I'm going to circle all of this back to today's subject, title, whatever the fuck the video title is. I don't know if it's up here, it's down there, it's over there, it's over there, it's in your ass. I don't know. But I'm going to circle back to today's topic and just close this up as a nice little recap because I think she got to go to the bathroom. Cashadino. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Come up here. Hi. Hi. She's so big now. She's not a baby wavy anymore. She's almost 2. She's almost 2, my baby wavy. My big old baby. Because she is fully standing up. Let me tell you something. This dog is 5'2". Okay? Y'all be talking about my baby and me checking my baby. I have to check her the way I have to check her because this 5'2" Great Dane is 100+ pounds. Okay, and I'm losing weight, so she be dragging me around. You're not about to be having your way in my house, okay? It's my baby wavy though. It's my baby wavy though. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. All right, get away from me. Because I just realized I just washed my face and you got all your hair on my shit. You need a bath. Yeah. I don't want to fuck up my skincare messing with you. You want to go outside? You got to go pop? You want to go outside? Yes. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, back to the subject at hand. Stop letting these niggas embarrass you and stop embarrassing yourself. Okay. Whatever happened in the past before you found FinDom, leave that shit in the past. If you having a problem, leave it in the past. Talk to a therapist because there ain't nothing wrong with that. But do not bring your old life into your new reality as a financial dominatrix. Okay. Don't treat FinDom like it was your 9 to 5 and set minimum tributes. Don't settle for less and or think about what your subs, what your potential clients could have or could afford based on what you can afford. Because if the motherfucker can send you some money, he can send you some money. Don't doubt yourself. Don't sell yourself short. Okay? Don't leave no money on the motherfucking table by being too afraid to ask for that shit. Okay? Show up for yourself. Get some help. If you need mentoring, get mentoring. I got a free class now. I ain't had no free class in about 6 years. I'm going to keep saying that. Because I ain't had no class in about 6 years. And I mean that shit. So take advantage of the free help. Take advantage of the financial aid. If you want information about the financial aid, you can find it inside of the free class. And the reason that I'm requiring y'all to attend the free class to even find out about the financial aid is because I want people who serious. The reason why I changed the financial aid program and told you that you have to refer one person, you have to bring one person with you, just one. For some of y'all, that might be hard, but for some of y'all, that might be easy. And one of the reasons why we have that requirement is because I want people that's serious. You want financial aid, I'll give it to you. But you need to be serious about this shit. And you need to bring somebody else with you. That's all I'm asking. Both of y'all gonna get financial aid, so it's a win-win for everybody. But going forward, we was always serious, but y'all know I'm not playing. I've never been the type of mentor to play around when it comes to teaching my students, when it comes to giving y'all advice. I'm not going to sugarcoat that shit. We can laugh about it. We can key. You can not like me and then you can like me again. I'm okay with it because I done taught K through 12. If I can teach kindergartners and 12th graders and all kinds of adults and all kinds of subjects, history, math, English, I can teach you financial domination. That ain't nothing. But please believe I'm on your ass. If you ain't never had nobody on your ass, trust me, I'm going to be on it. Okay? So, you want the FinDom aid, get it in the free class. Once you're in the class, you'll get the Earn and Learn program and you can start getting cash back. That'll put some more money in your pockets as well while you're building yourself over the next few years to get your business off the ground. Do what I told you to do in the real estate industry and you'll have a nice little sweet spot. You'll be in a nice little sweet spot of life, leveling yourself up, leveling up your career, You'll have some support over there from the real estate industry based on the advice that I gave today and the full written out, step-by-step advice that I have in my class. I think, what module is that? I think it's after module 4. It's in there, bitch. It's a very long class. The information is like new stuff and stuff from 9 years ago. It's a very long class. That's why you need the 2,500 learning hours. It's a very long class. So you'll have a lot of stuff to do over the next 3 years with us. But you got this. And the reason I put this together now is the same reason I put it together in 2019. Because it wasn't nobody fucking else teaching it at that time. I don't give a fuck what a bitch tell you. It wasn't. And I was a Black girl who needed some help to figure it out. And no one was there to show up. And now I showed up for myself. I found a way to make it work for myself. Why not share that level of wealth with the next Black woman in the same predicament? Because we don't have to continue perpetuating that cycle. Like we can very well build that community. Like how we were talking about in here, like nobody wants to hire Black people. We are hiring each other and we are putting each other on 100%. You just have to find us in the right spaces and at the right time. And if right now is the right time for you, then I am here for you. My free class is here for you. And I will see you on the inside of the paid class when you get the chance to join us. Not a problem. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I shall see y'all whenever I see y'all again. Y'all know I don't like to schedule lives and stuff like that because then I actually won't do it. So I will see y'all when I see y'all. But thank you so much. Please make sure that you are following me on TikTok, okay? Because my old page with the 34,000 followers that I worked so fucking hard for no longer exists. But that doesn't mean I've disappeared. I'm on TikTok. My new TikTok is linked somewhere, but it's Ekua Ahima. Y'all know my name. EKUA AHIMA. TikTok. Thank you so much. And please share this video with another Black woman. Share this video in your circles when you're talking about financial domination. Share our free class with the girly pops. Get the financial aid because it's there waiting for you, Bookie. Okay, the Earn and Learn program is not going to require me to do nothing when it comes to your payout. That shit is automatic. I already got that shit set up. So all you got to do is get your link as a student, share it, they sign up, you get paid. And you ain't going to have to wait for me to push no buttons at all, honey, when it comes to your money, when it comes to your direct deposit, and even when it comes to your taxes. All that shit is handled. That's how we move because we have the ability to do so. Okay? So I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Do not let this be the last time you show up for yourself. Do not let this be the moment that, gets you discouraged. Let this be the moment that pushes you forward. Let this be a conversation that pushes you forward. So I look forward to seeing you soon. Feel free to ask me any questions in the replay and I will answer them in the next video. Mwah.